Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Spiritual View. And I am here today to talk about the next archangel in our series. And today's archangel is on Archangel Raphael, who is the amazing healer. But before we get to the conversation, I just wanted to introduce everyone who's with us. Jenn from the Awakened Jenn, and Dawn from Astrology and Tarot Alchemy. Wendi and myself, Ceree, are your hosts today. And the purpose of these videos is really just to introduce you to some of these archangels, some of which we have known and some have been newer to us as well. And we are sharing our collective energies and experiences to hopefully resonate with your stories and maybe your experiences with these beautiful, beautiful energies of love, of compassion, and of healing. And so we wanted just to do this series so that we had an opportunity to share more of our knowledge and experiences. So we're going to get started today with this beautiful archangel called Archangel Raphael. And let's pull up the slide. And I'm going to tell you a little story. I was introduced to Archangel Raphael almost a decade ago, and I was still in my corporate job, and I was friends with a woman professionally, and I met her sister. And I was told later that I met my colleague to meet the sister, and she's part of my soul tribe. And she and I have trained in the Akashic Records for many years now, but I didn't even know what an archangel was, much less who they were. And she pulled some cards for me, but she pulled from the Archangel deck now that I realized that. And she pulled Archangel Raphael and said, he is around you everywhere, and he is with you, and you should pay attention to when you see the color green, anything around the heart chakra. And so again, I had this experience about 10 years ago that I didn't really truly understand at the time. And the more that I've been around Archangel Raphael, the more I really resonate with the energy. But Raphael is actually means, what the word means is God heals. So he is known as the angel of healing, and often seen with the staff that you see here. So this is a depiction, oftentimes with a fish that he's depicted with, or perhaps an orb or this bowl that he carries, and representing his authority. And what's fascinating about Archangel Raphael is that he's actually working with both humans and animals. So many people pray to Archangel Raphael for healing for themselves or people around them, loved ones, but many call upon Archangel Raphael to heal their pets. And so if you found yourself in a situation where you've had a sick pet or something happens, this is the archangel that you can turn to call upon to ask for healing and support. But what he does is he transmutes the energy in the mental and emotional body. And that's his gift, because the physical symptoms of either disease or healing that needs to happen, it starts with something out of whack or out of balance with the emotional and mental body. So he is known for really working energetically with our chakra systems, working between the mental and emotional body to bring it back into balance, which actually results in the physical body healing, which is so cool. And the chakra that he's most associated with is the heart chakra, the color green, sometimes rose quartz. And so when I feel his energy around me, and I have been in a hospital now, this is my third month, and I have felt his energy everywhere. I see green everywhere. And I resonate with the vibration, and it appears as green, but sometimes people, because of the heart chakra, they also see rose quartz, or they have rose quartz, it's the crystal that they connect with. And so it's also said that Raphael is very attuned to the third eye chakra as well. So some people experience him through the heart chakra, others through the third eye. And what he's known for is he is the patron of travelers. So many pray to Archangel Raphael when they travel for protection and guidance, but also with the medical community. And of course, I would be experiencing that based on where I am and have been. Physicians, nurses, medical workers, the blind, but also matchmakers. matchmakers who are matching people in romantic relationships. I found that fascinating. And the angel numbers most associated with Raphael are 999 and 444. And I think we've all been seeing 444 all year long. It's intense. I see it on license plates. I see it on signs. I see it everywhere I go. So I always know Archangel Raphael is around when I see those numbers. And the crystals or gemstones most associated are emeralds, green aventurine, and malachite, and beyond the rose quartz. And he's also associated with the element of air. So that is a little bit about Archangel Raphael. And again, how you can access him is to call upon him to help assist you in healing. It could be emotional healing, mental healing, physical healing. It could be yourself, a loved one, it could be a pet. And put it out there that you are asking Archangel Raphael for healing. And I pray to him a lot for those around me, for myself, for my pets. And again, he has a very gentle energy. It's almost like the Queen of Pentacles. It's a very nurturing, loving, kind energy. It's strong, but I would just describe it as just nurturing. And it's just very gentle. And I feel just the kindness and the compassion. The other word that comes out is compassion. I feel that around me because oftentimes when you are suffering or you've seen the suffering of others who are experiencing physical, emotional, and mental pain, you need to feel that compassion because they are suffering. And so Raphael brings peace, he brings compassion, he brings healing. Very powerful archangel and pretty well known for a lot of people. So that is kind of an opening around this archangel, just a beautiful energy. And you see how he's depicted here with the color of green, with the beautiful Christ consciousness light behind him, lighting up his wings to almost be translucent. So it's quite beautiful. And again, that's just to get the conversation started. And I wanted to ask anyone with us, what has been your experience with Archangel Raphael? And Dawn, I'm going to start with you because you work for the Mayo Clinic, so you know what this is all about in this energy.
It feels very, very familiar to me. I know that the clinic is associated with a Catholic hospital and basically was the start of the Mayo Clinic. And very much Raphael got called on for healing, especially at the very beginning when the nurses were, when the sisters were actively with patients. They actually worked as nurses as well, but them calling upon for healing. And I don't think of any medical worker that I can think of that wouldn't have brought in that energy of that of the calmness and healing energy of Raphael. So, and I've always, maybe that's because I'm a medical worker, and I feel like that healer energy comes through too. I think many people who are healers automatically are drawn to that color. I see 444 all the time. It's one of the numbers I see all the time. And like you said, many, many, many people are seeing that. But he's one of the first ones I call on if I have concern over someone for whatever reason. Michael for protection, Raphael for healing, right? Those are the two that I usually call on when I am feeling, someone's health or just them getting through something. That energy of Raphael to me is very, very strong. And I do think that many, many healers that exist now are very much called to that color, and also the energy of how he transmutes that energy. Many things start off as maybe a mental issue and then end up coming into the body in one way or another. So I really feel that everyone, I think in any time of uncertainty. And certainly I'm going to call upon him for traveling from now on, because I do a lot of traveling and I want to bring that energy in, because to me, that's, as you can tell, I'm very, if you've seen me at all, you know that I wear a lot of green. It's either black or green, I swear. And to me, I just feel that it's a very comfortable color for me. It's very soothing for me. And I feel at home when I'm wearing it. And I think that has a lot to do with healing energy that goes as part of who I am, I feel. Anybody else?
That's great. Who else?
So,
Go ahead.
okay, I was just going to say, he feels like a hug to me. When he shows up, he just feels like this great big hug. I mean, you feel the compassion, that word that literally, that's what I feel when he shows up. And so I feel like that my biggest connection to him is going to come with the QHHT, because like you had pointed out, like most of our physical issues are actually our body trying to tell us messages that are going on, emotionally in the subconscious that need to be brought out. And so that's going to be where I feel like I feel him the strongest. I don't see like the colors or anything like what you've described, but it's the hug. Like he just feels like he's just coming in and just wrapping you with so much love and just to help you get through it. So Wendi.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I would definitely agree with that, with that kind of that comforting hug feeling of which that embrace, right? For me, I mean, I'm pretty familiar with Raphael actually, and when I do any kind of like chakra healing energy work or Reiki or something, it's very strong presence there, and especially like sorry, with, because I was just thinking about how you're talking about like the mental and emotion and stuff, and that's something I feel a lot, especially when doing that kind of energy work, is that like people will kind of hold on to anxiety or grief and things like that in their body, in certain areas of the body, and so really trying to focus on kind of releasing and letting that go. I connect with him a lot during those kinds of sessions.
That's great. And in addition, one of my brothers was in a car accident, and this is around the same time that I met with my soul sister, Michelle, and he was in the trauma unit of Vanderbilt in Nashville. So I'm pretty well known in the trauma center because I was there for 3 months. But anyway, I was still working. But this is what led me to become a Reiki master, because for whatever reason, I started putting my hands on him, and he was not really conscious. Like he had he was on a respirator for quite some time, so he couldn't talk. But I don't know what was going on with my hands, but there was stuff coming out of my hands, like energy that was like just shooting out of my hands, and it was so hot. And I put my hands on him, and then I thought, well, he's unconscious. And so I don't know why I'm doing this. I felt led to do it. And my sister looked at me and she's like, why are you doing that? And I'm like, I have no idea. I don't know what this is, but I'm just doing it. And when I took my hands away after about 10 minutes, he shook his head like this. And that's the only way we knew he was conscious. And so I put my hands back on him. I think it was on his arm. And he did this. And so literally I would spend hours just putting my hands on him. And he said later that he could feel like this strength and power and healing coming from my hands. He didn't know what it was, but he said he just liked it and he knew that it was helping. And that's actually the experience that told me that I had this energy out of my hands, and it was associated with Raphael because I just had that reading. It was the weirdest thing. Yeah. And so I was connecting the dots, but I was still in corporate America. So, I couldn't meditate because if I sat down for a minute, I'd be asleep. I didn't know any of this stuff, so this was all really new to me. But, whatever reason, I put my hands on him, and, and he should have died. It was that kind of seriousness. He was in the serious part of trauma for quite some time, just to get him stable. And he, made it through. But later he was telling us what he was experiencing when we thought he was unconscious because we did say a few things that he told us you shouldn't have said those things in front of me because I was listening. But anyway, so any other thoughts on this beautiful and compassionate archangel? All right.
What a lovely energy to be around.
Yeah. And so for those of you who are listening, if you've not heard of Archangel Raphael, he's very powerful. And as all of you have stated, his compassion is unparalleled and it's like a big hug. And you may not see a color, you may not know exactly, but you might have some of the emotions or the feelings that allow you to understand he is with you. You can call upon him for your own healing, whether that be mental, emotional, physical, your pets, the loved ones around you. And so don't be afraid to call upon Archangel Raphael to assist you with the healing that you need. And he's just a beautiful archangel and beautiful soul. And we wanted to introduce him to you. If there is the need to call upon him in the future, you know he's got your back and he will be there to help you heal and others to heal or your pets to heal around you. So what a beautiful energy that we have the opportunity to tap into. And he's always asking, please call upon me. I'm here to heal. Please call upon me. And like we've said, our angels can't help us unless we actually call upon them. And so, they're like jumping at the bit, to help us. And so call upon Archangel Raphael anytime for healing. But again, he's a beautiful soul, beautiful spirit, beautiful energy. We wanted to introduce him to you today. Hopefully this has resonated for you. Continue to watch our other Archangel series that we have out that come out on Mondays each week. And we'll be doing these for the balance of the next several months. But again, thank you again. And hopefully this has resonated for you. And please like, subscribe, and share because it helps build the channel. But we are so blessed for you. And thank you again for watching. And this was a lot of fun, ladies. Thank you. And we'll let you go. Have a great rest of the day. But again,